In the beginning, before empires rose and kingdoms fell, before the written word captured the chronicles of man, there were the gods of Africa, spirits of fire, water, earth, and wind. They walked among mortals, not as myths, but as living beings, shaping destinies, wielding powers both magnificent and terrifying. Yet even gods are not immune to suffering, and within their misery lies a lesson for the living, a revelation of power that would eventually take the form of the Orishas. The gods of Africa were many, each with dominion over a facet of creation. There was Olokun, the ruler of the deep oceans, whose melancholy could flood rivers and drown entire villages. Oya, the fierce goddess of storms and winds, whose rage could split the earth itself. Shango, the god of thunder and fire, whose fury could level forests, yet whose heart bore an eternal longing for justice and balance.
But despite their omnipotence, the gods were not invincible. They were bound by cosmic laws, by jealousies, and by the fragility of existence. Their misery often stemmed from human folly, when mortals ignored their wisdom, when kings and priests defied divine order, or when greed and fear corrupted the sacred balance of the world. And in that misery, the gods' true power was revealed, not through domination, but through guidance, transformation, and resilience. The Orishas are the manifestation of this divine power, the living embodiments of the gods' strength and mercy, tempered through suffering and experience. They are not distant deities, but intimate, personal forces that touch every aspect of human life. Ogun, the warrior and blacksmith, teaches perseverance and mastery through fire and iron. Yemoja, mother of rivers, nurtures and protects, even when despair threatens to overwhelm the world. Obatala, the wise and gentle creator, brings order out of chaos, even when weighed down by the miseries of both gods and men. Yet, the Orishas' power was not freely given. It was forged in the crucible of divine suffering. Each Orisha carries the scars of conflict, battles with other gods, betrayals among the pantheon, and heartbreak from mortal ingratitude. It is this suffering that makes them relatable, fearsome, and infinitely wise. They are the bridge between heaven and earth, reminding humans that pain can give birth to strength, that misery can reveal the deepest wells of power. The power of the Orishas is woven into rituals, chants, dances, and offerings. Through drums that summon Ogun's fiery hammer, through rivers that honor Yemoja's nurturing embrace, and through winds that carry Oya's lessons of change and transformation, mortals participate in the divine narrative. The Orishas teach that suffering is not punishment alone. It is a mirror of life, a lesson encoded in cosmic law, and a key to spiritual awakening. The misery of the African gods was never meaningless. It was the seed of resilience, the forge of justice, the reminder that even the strongest can be humbled. And from their trials emerged the Orishas, powerful, compassionate, and endlessly patient. Their stories became the backbone of African spiritual systems, from Yoruba traditions in Nigeria to Candomblé in Brazil and Santeria in the Caribbean. They are the eternal teachers, the living legacy of divine struggle and triumph. To this day, the Orishas remind us that power is inseparable from suffering, that mercy emerges from challenge, and that life itself is a sacred dance between pain and glory. By understanding their story,
we understand the deepest truths of the universe, that within every trial lies the potential for transformation, and within every moment of misery, the spark of divine power waiting to be realized. The African gods endured misery so that humanity could witness their strength. The Orishas arose from their trials, guiding us, protecting us, and reminding us of the sacred balance of life. They are living proof that suffering is never in vain, that the divine is alive in every heart that dares to rise above adversity. And their power is ours to honor, understand, and embrace.